Hello friends, this is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me for Tassel Tuesday. So this is a collab, in case you haven't seen it before, a collab hosted by Jovi at Creating with Jovi, and all the other participants will, her channel and all the other participants' channels will be linked below this video. So check them all out. They've got great ideas for all different kinds of tassels. So today, or this week, I thought I would do a boho tassel. So I wanted it, first thing I did was decide I wanted it long but not too long. So I measured my lengths here when I started. I started with this yarn and I measured out 18 inches. So, you know, once I had one, then I had my length for everything else. And I took out this yarn because I've had it and it's a really pretty yarn, and I haven't, you know, I'm trying to use things as we all are this year in our stash, you know, use our stash, use what we have. And I actually even forgot about how pretty this was. If you open this yarn up, if you have some, you forgot how pretty it was, or if you've never seen it, this yarn opens up like this. It's really actually very pretty. And it's got some like glittery, kind of shiny, glittery parts to it. And it looks like almost like a net. It reminds me of a net here. See that? And so the whole thing is like, if you don't realize that it opens up like that, it just looks like this. And you could use it just like that, but it's so pretty. So I tried to open it up and use it that way. So I spread it out, you know, so you can see that netting. And also see how it turns into different colors. It's all, you know, different colors. It starts out, it's, you know, very variegated. Starts out with like a hot pink, or, you know, see the different colors here, and then goes into a purple and like a navy and an olive green and a burgundy and maroons, and just all kinds of pretty colors there. So I have several strands of that in here. I have some of this. So I kept that boho, you know, theme in mind, but I wanted some different textures, not just the yarn. So I have some of this ribbon in there for another texture and color. I just kind of kept the in mind, like sari silks and the pretty colors that those are, and tried to pick out some colorful, you know how boho things are so pretty and colorful. I pulled out some of my 2 bags of my little eyelash trims here, or eyelash yarns, and both of these bags I received in Happy Mail from a friend. And so this one had like darker colors and some whites and blacks, and another color that I used up already in here. I think this burgundy and kind of orangey one. And then I pulled out this one, which the colors, I didn't use any of these that are in here. What I pulled out was, oh, this is the one that was in the other bag that I said, the orangey one. So that was in there. That's all I have left of it. Here's a piece of tape that was holding it together. I want to see if I can use this in the tie off, because it's the only piece I have left of this color. And then I pulled out some of, let's see, this pink one here. It almost feels like a suede kind of yarn. If you feel it, it kind of feels, it feels soft and kind of like suede. So I put some of this in here. It's very thin, but very pretty and pink. It's like a hot pink. So very boho, right? And I think, is that all I pulled out of there? I think that is it. So I have several different, like, oh, this blue one, I used all of it up. It's got blues and pinks and kind of like yellows and purples. So pretty. So I'm at a point where I'm ready to gather it up. That's the point at which I come to you each week now, since I have shown you from scratch the first couple of tassels that I made. And I have always my Tassel Tuesday playlist linked below my video, so you can go back and see the different, you know, variety of tassels that I've made, plus, you know, see them made in different ways and from scratch. If you look at the first 2 or 3, they were made from scratch, where I'm actually laying out the fibers and the ribbons and whatever fabrics and things that I'm using. So I'm gather them up in different ways. This week I'm using a, you know, loose leaf notebook ring. So I'm just going to put that around the middle here. I'm going to tuck all my little fibers and ribbons inside of it. Kind of difficult with the, I don't want to get up in any of the eyelash trim caught up in it. So I'm trying to get them all down and tucked in. And then I will see if I can link this together. Okay, this is going to be a tight one. I can see it already. Let's see. Some of these are really super tight and some of them are just right. This one looks like it's pretty tight. I have to use my muscles to get this back together. I might have to grab another one. It was easy to get apart though. I didn't think it would be so hard. It just feels like it's going to be. Well, maybe not. Here it goes. Okay, there I got it. Okay. Whew. Okay, so then I just make sure it's in the middle. And you can see it kind of looks like it is. I want to make sure all the little ribbons and things are not like really short on one side and long on the other. So let's just pull these all kind of even, which they pretty much are. And if there's anything that's really super long at the end, we can, like, actually I cut it too long or something, we can cut that off after we get this together. But there we go. That's pretty much, let me adjust these little ribbons because I kind of wanted one of these on each side, and they're kind of trying to go together here, trying to gang up together and not separately. So let's put one in the back, one in, this one's in the front. Okay, like that. This one's a little, I guess it's okay. There's one long one here we're going to have to trim, or a couple long ones we'll have to trim at the end, I think. They're just sticking down about 1 inch longer than everything else. So there I've got it together. You can see how all those fibers coming together make for a pretty fluffy tassel. And then when you tie it off, I think that's when the magic really happens. You just tie it off here and then it brings it all together and you have a pretty little fluffy tassel. So I'm just going to tie this. This is eyelash trim. I'm tying this around the top, or I'm going to try to. Let's see. It is eyelash trim, so it's a little, delicate, yet it will work. I just have to get a handle on it. So there we go. Okay, now I'm going to tie a little knot. Hard to even grab it sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to tie a knot. And before I tie it really tight, I always do this. I kind of pick it up and pull everything down so it's not like nothing's really overly puffy at the top, as far as, more puffy than the other pieces. So let's see if we got everything straight. I think we do. And let me see if I can find my ribbon now, my little eyelash trim that I'm trying to tie here. Kind of could easily get lost here, right? I don't know if I can even find it again. No, it's here. It's here. I'm going to have to tie it again, though. I think, let's see. I'm going to untie it and tie it again. Okay, so let's just go ahead and tie it this time so I don't lose it. Okay, I'm going to tie it tight and tie a double knot this time. Sometimes I tie a bow, but it depends on what I'm tying, and with this, I think I want a double knot. I don't think I'm going to attempt a bow with this. This would not go well if I tried to tie a bow with this eyelash trim, at least for me anyway. Maybe you could do it, but I'm not going to put myself through that stress. So, okay, so now it is tied, but again, I'm going to pull things down a little bit because it was kind of hard to do that when I didn't have a knot in there. So it is easily pulling down. If you want to pull it down, if you're using this type of, like an eyelash trim, it does pull down easily here. So let's see. I'm just going through all my little fibers and making sure. And the eyelash trim is shedding, but that's just a characteristic of eyelash trim. That's just what it does. I don't think there's any way getting around that. But there's plenty of eyelashes on here, so you're not going to be lacking for any eyelashes. So let's see, this blue one I think I want to tug on a little bit. Looks like it's trying to loop up there. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. All right, that's just what it needed. A little tug on the blue part there. Okay, now it's looking like I want it to look. Okay, so the top part you can see is tied off here, and you have your little puffy part at the top. Not too big, not too small. You've got a little loop to hang it from. You see these pieces right here hanging down a little bit too far for me. You know, it's just a little bit beyond where I want these two pieces, so I'm just going to trim those off. Trim it even here, and then we're going to be good to go. So then we have a nice little fluffy with all different kind of, you know, pretty colors in a boho easy boho tassel. So I hope you enjoyed. I know that was pretty quick, but you know, that it's just that quick to put together something like this. And all I did was just go through my trims and pick out things that I thought would look good together in a bow and kept that boho theme in mind. So there you go. This will be in my shop by the time you see this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can see it good, but I think it really turned out. I love the blue in there. And what is it? I can't think of the name of like a sari quilt. I can't think of that, but I've looked at a lot of those online and have been so tempted to buy one because I love all the colors in those. And that is what I had in my head and was thinking about when I was picking out these colors, because I can just picture that quilt as I was making this, and that's why I kind of picked out the blue and this bright pink, because you see the dark colors mixed with the bright colors in those quilts. So anyway, that was my thought process behind this, and motivation and inspiration behind this creation. So thanks for watching today. Hope you make one, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.